Well, envoys from Europe as well as Africa are now on a two-day visit to the state, to Jammu and Kashmir, to assess the development work and the security situation in the Union Territory following the successful completion of the District Development Council elections. Now, during these 2 days, the envoys will be receiving first-hand information on the development work that's been undertaken by the Union Territory's administration after the abrogation of the special status to the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir on the 5th of August in 2019. Zeenat now joins me. Zeenat, there is, of course, a lot lined up on the itinerary of those envoys, but the key message that the government essentially wants to send out is that there has been considerable development, in the state, in the Union Territory, I beg your pardon, of Jammu and Kashmir, and transparency is another key message that they want to send out, isn't it?
See, absolutely, Nipur, the kind of visits that we have been seeing for the last 2 years now. This is the fourth visit of the envoys of different countries coming to Jammu and Kashmir, and it's the government is sending a clear message to everybody that nothing wrong is in J&K, because the way the Pakistan is propaganda on international forums about the things, it's nothing like that. And the envoys from different countries are coming themselves. They are here to see themselves what is actually happening, and also the first hand-to-hand information is being provided to them. In fact, they have reached the Magam of Central Kashmir, where they are meeting not only the students but also the DDC chairman of the Budgam. Simultaneously, the first information is being provided as far as the developmental projects is concerned. Then they will be visiting also the different parts of the valley from downtown Srinagar on the banks of Dal Lake, where again they will be meeting the DDC as well as the BDC chairmen, and also there are the people from the civil society, from the political parties, from Srinagar Municipal Corporation. So they will be briefed not only about the developmental projects that have been taken after the abrogation of Article 370, but also they will be briefed about the security scenario on ground, because the top corps of Jammu Kashmir Police, along with Army, CRPF, BSF, all will be meeting them, and also from the intelligence agencies, whether we talk about the CID, CIK, or we talk about the military intelligence. Everybody will be there on the table and will be discussing about the kind of situation on ground, and also the way Pakistan has been pushing the terror in Jammu and Kashmir. We have been seeing the way IB, international border, has erupted for the last couple of years now. The drones that are being used by the Pakistan to drop weapons, and also by sending the terrorists through infiltration. So everything will be discussed. Hand-to-hand information will be shared. Tomorrow they will be going to Jammu to meet the LG Manoj Sinha, who will also brief them about the steps being taken by the LG administration as far as the welfare of the people of Jammu and Kashmir is concerned.
Absolutely. Zeenat, stay with us. Let me also bring in Shravan into this now. Shravan, this visit essentially comes in the backdrop of two significant developments. One, of course, is the restoration of 4G internet services, and the other is the successful conclusion of local body elections, which essentially sends out the signal that democracy is alive and thriving.
Well, absolutely. Very two important and rather significant marks that we have seen right now in Jammu and Kashmir. And primarily that is one of the reasons why you're looking at the envoys now visiting Jammu and Kashmir. Now, just speaking over the visuals that we basically accessed, these are exclusive images as well as videos that have been accessed by Republic TV of envoys basically interacting with the DDC chairman Nazir Khan and the other panchayat representatives. In fact, these are images coming in from Magam block, which is in Budgam district, which is on block Divas, that this entire visit is actually taking place. Now, what has happened so far? This is what we are picking up. They've essentially been briefed on the Panchayati Raj system once again, how the grievance redressal is essentially taking place through these, through these block developments, and how the interaction essentially takes place between the villagers and the administration, and how work is essentially done, which the administration essentially says that this entire services reaches the doorstep of the people. Now, that's the reason why a block divorce is essentially conducted. So that is why right now we've been told that the delegation is interacting with the locals and also the local government that is basically in place. Now, to put this into perspective, Nupur, as you rightly pointed out, restoration of the internet services was certainly one major achievement in a way, because remember, that has been one a huge grievance among the locals in Jammu and Kashmir about the restoration of 4G services, something that did not go down well in Kashmir. The very fact that you've had locals constantly raising this entire issue as to why internet services were not being resumed. But if you simply go by what the administration had to say, the administration essentially maintained that this was primarily because of the law and order situation. That is the reason why this entire step couldn't have been taken. But finally, yes, there is a resumption of internet services, which is now being welcomed by many. And with regard to the successful DDC polls, now that in itself is a reflection of what perhaps people on the ground want. And that is the reason why you are looking at this entire interaction now taking place, because somewhere down the line, a message basically needs to be sent out, especially amidst the kind of Pakistani propaganda that we have essentially seen on the ground in Kashmir itself. And that is the reason why it needs to be countered. It needs to be countered by those who are witnessing what is actually happening on the ground.
Absolutely. Let me bring in Zeenat also into this. Zeenat, as Shravan was pointing out, what we are looking at is India essentially sending out a signal that democracy is alive in the valley. Now, we are also given to understand that one of the things that is lined up for these envoys is to meet with grassroots political leaders as well as members of civil society, in a sense to give them access to a wider diaspora, perhaps.
See, as far as the local population of Kashmir Valley is concerned, definitely most of the people from different districts are meeting there, because the visit is not only specific to Budgam, but they are also visiting the people on the banks of Dal Lake, because SKICC is the main venue where they will be meeting the BDC and the DDC chairmen who are actually representing the people, because recently the government of India was able to hold the DDC elections, which was a long pending demand of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And the way the elections were conducted, with one of the peaceful elections in the history of J&K, where the grassroots democracy was strengthened. So this was one of the biggest achievements under LG Manoj Sinha. Simultaneously, when we talk about the people for their demand, long pending demand for the restoration of 4G services, although after the abrogation of Article 29 in 2019, the internet services, mobile services were suspended, but later in October, the landlines were restored, and also the 2G services were restored in March 2020. But the speed was low, because of which the people were not able to carry their day-to-day activities, keeping in view the modern electronic IT world is concerned. So there was a long pending demand coming from the tourism and the industrial as well as the students fraternity, that for the restoration of that they should restore the 4G services, because then the COVID pandemic had taken place. There were the students who were going for the online classes, and it was becoming really difficult.
Absolutely.
But we have been seeing for a 1 year or so, the government of India was maintaining that the situation was not very conducive, that the 4G will be restored. But now 4G services
Zeenat, as you're pointing out, this is a very, very critical visit that also comes in the backdrop of major developments. Thank you, Zeenat, for the moment for joining us.